Loretta Ford turned 16 years old in 1937. Skipping 2 grades, she graduated high school early and as a young woman had 3 options: teaching, nursing, or the convent. Without money for college, Ford chose nursing and became a trailblazer in the field.
I always wanted to be a teacher, and I took a very circuitous route to get there, but it was a good decision.
Loretta became a nurse's aide at 16 and then at 18 enrolled in nursing school. After graduation, she served in the U.S. Army Air Force and then attended the University of Colorado on the GI Bill. She earned her bachelor's, master's, and eventually her doctorate degree in nursing, all while married, working full-time, and teaching at CU.
And I also worked full-time as a public health nurse in a rural area of Colorado, and I went to school full-time. So that was quite a trick. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I just arranged my schedule so I could do that.
In 1965, with the Vietnam War raging and civil rights protests spreading across campuses nationwide, rights to health care were scrutinized. Physicians were criticized for the lack of care available in the country and other underserved populations. At the same time, nurses wanted to do more clinically. They felt an advanced degree program could be the path. Dr. Ford teamed up with pediatrician Henry Silver to address both concerns. Together, they created a pediatric nurse practitioner program at CU, the first of its kind.
I was interested in what nursing could demonstrate, and Henry was also interested in the care of children and felt that nurses could provide care in those well-baby clinics.
Dr. Ford encountered opposition to the new role from almost every side: educators, older nurses, younger physicians. Legalities were questioned.
It was not an easy time for me, but I believed in it. I saw the changes that were occurring in the nurses and all the acceptance of the patients and the quality of the services they provided. I felt we were on the right track, and I wasn't going to give it up.
Thanks to her persistence, today there are more than 325,000 licensed nurse practitioners in the United States. Dr. Ford traveled the world promoting the role and received countless awards, including the Elizabeth Blackwell Award, which honors a woman whose life exemplifies outstanding service to humanity. How does it make you feel knowing that when you started, you had 3 options, and now women can do pretty much anything they want to do?
Well, because I always felt I'd do what I want to, personally. I never felt held back because I was a woman. I just wouldn't accept it. I think education was a big key to making a difference in terms of that. And also some efforts of the rights groups to include women. When I read something's going on in this country, but also around the world, about the constrictions on women's basic rights, even to education, let's say, I can't imagine not being able to choose and to make that happen.
Now 100 years old, Dr. Ford shepherds the profession she co-founded, taking to Zoom during the pandemic to encourage nurse practitioners worldwide during perhaps the most tested time of the profession. She keeps up with developments in the field and has a clear vision of where it's headed.
One of nursing's major goals in the next century is to develop a culture of health and wellness. The only time you can get any attention from anybody in terms of the medical community, let's say, is you got to have symptoms. You don't get paid, quote unquote, to stay well. You got to build the incentives in yourself. You can't wait for others to do it.
Dr. Ford has created those incentives for herself. Twice a week, she attends a group fitness class and incorporates movement in her daily life as a priority. It keeps her body and her spirit strong.
Pull it across.
Looking at life from 100 years of living, Dr. Ford has this advice.
You can do it. You can do whatever you want to do. You know what Henry Ford said? If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. So I think your attitude and positivity and I can do it, I will do it, I must do it, and go for it. Don't have little dreams. Go for the big stuff. And it isn't always in money. For mine, it's helping others and, you know, leading a good life and enjoying it, you know. Just, if you haven't got a sense of humor, I don't see how you could manage it all.